Niching is a waste of time. Sorry, not sorry. In this episode, I'm going to tell you why and what to do instead. Hey guys, I'm Rachel, your human design and messaging expert and creator of the Magnetic Messaging Club, where we use your human design to create your most potent and magnetic message that attracts dream clients. Okay, so let's get into this. Is it niching or niching? Can we just dispel that first? No, I'm joking. Oh, it can be either way. We're told, right, that the riches are in the niches, right? You have to niche down in order to be successful. And I know I wanted to be successful when I started out. That's why you started a business. You want impact, you want to create money, you want to do what you love, right? You want to be successful. So let's follow what the experts say, right? We got a niche. And here's the thing with niching is that it is externally motivated. It is looking on the outside. Think about all the worksheets that you do in those niching exercises. Who is this person? What do they like to drink? How old they are? Where do they shop? It's all externally motivated, right? It has nothing to do with you, right? And what your gifts and talents and expertise are. It's picking a persona out there in the wild and then going, that's my person, that's who I want to serve. And what happens and why it keeps you on the struggle bus is that we're not actually designed to create a business that way. We're not designed to create offers that way. Maybe a generator in more of the old traditional sense can find success doing that. And a lot of the people teaching niching in this way are generators. And I love the marketing of this. I look at what other people are doing, try to figure out what their human design is. And sometimes I've even messaged them and be like, what's your human design? Do you know what that is? I would love to know what you are. Just so that I can start to go, oh, well, this is where it's coming from within their design, right? So I'm not saying that niching doesn't work. It does for certain people. What I'm saying is that niching is not going to work for everyone, and there's a better way of going about it. And I know this because I'm a Manny Gen, and I fought niching with like every ounce of my being. I was like, I don't want to be one specific person, right? I can help so many people. How many times have you told yourself that? I can help so many people. I don't want to niche to just one person, right? That feels constrictive. It feels like I'm putting myself into a box. But also, how do I keep all of these different parts and pieces cohesive, right? If there's nothing binding the glue or binding it together, right, in your messaging, you're all over the place, and that creates confusion for not only for yourself but for your audience as well, right? We still need something that holds it all together. And I think that's where niching really came into play in the past, is that it was this glue that held things together. It was this like foundation thing that kept the blinders on. Now, moving into the way that we're working online now, and especially in the spiritual community with light workers, heart centered coaches, this idea of niching down to a specific person feels really constrictive and actually does a disservice to you and to the impact that you want to create, right? And so, what I want to shift the conversation to is your unique selling point, the thing that makes you you, right? Your unique selling point is based on your energy, it's based on your expertise, the things that you're good at, as well as your experiences, right? It's unique to you. There is no one else on this planet that can like sell can do it the way that you do it, right? That's what makes it a unique selling point or a USP, right? And when we shift our messaging to focus on our unique selling point, that's the glue. That's the foundation that holds the messaging together. It's the thing that puts the blinders on that we need, right, to focus our messaging, but it allows for a lot of movement, a lot of freedom underneath of it. I call it kind of the umbrella, right? Like, so obviously my unique selling point is blending human design and messaging together, copywriting together. And I'm a Manny Gen. So if you're a Manny Gen, I want you to think about like, what are you bringing together? What are these two, maybe three different things that could be modalities or tools, could be concepts that you bring together that is different than what other people are doing. And you see it as like, I really don't think you can have messaging without human design, without understanding at least yourself, right? Maybe you don't understand yourself from a human design lens, but you know who you are, right? And you trust yourself and you use your energy in alignment, right? You're not up in your head overthinking things in that, right? But you have to understand who you are in order to have a message that's going to create impact and attract the right people, right? And the way I discovered this is really looking at all the different ways of doing messaging, because there's a lot. And I am a nerd when it comes to looking at marketing and what are people doing. And what I discovered is that the generators are the ones that are like hardcore niche to a specific person, and they have success with that. And that's great. I love that. That's fantastic. But all the other types, the manifestors, the mani-gens, the projectors, the reflectors, struggle really, really hard with that strategy. It keeps them frustrated. It keeps them honestly angry that they're not getting the momentum that they want, and they're feeling constricted within their own business, right? And the moment that you feel restricted in your business, the moment you feel like it's not you, you're literally putting a block in front of you. You're putting like a boulder in front of your success, and you won't go anywhere until you get that out of the way, until you are like, no, this is in alignment for me, and let's go, right? Because I know for myself as well as the people that I serve, like, you're not here just to make money, right? You're not here to be a multimillionaire and money is the only thing that matters. That is not why you started a business. You started a business because you wanted to impact people. You wanted to help people through a struggle that you went through yourself and healed and grew through, right? Or you came here for an impact because this is what you freaking love doing. And all of the language out there, all of the messaging out there is all centered on fucking making money, right? And being successful and all of these things. And so it starts to filter in. And I know I have an undefined ajna. I can easily be, more easily than I like to admit, influenced by what other people are thinking. This is why I am a huge proponent of not scrolling. Like, you cannot scroll before you write your own messaging, right? Like, if you're going to write a social media post, anything like that, sales page, emails, you better not be scrolling on Instagram beforehand. I know I can't, because it literally influences everything. It just infiltrates. I have to be in my energy, right? And this is what I teach inside the Magnetic Messaging Club, is how to access your defined energy, how to access your authentic energy so that you can show up as yourself, right? Because here's the thing. We all have a unique way of saying things. We all have a unique message to bring to the world. And it's likely not going to fit into the marketing box, right? It's not going to fit into what is quote unquote going to sell. And the moment that we say, how do I fit my message into this box? You are going to dilute it and create friction within yourself, and it will not do as well as it could. It won't attract as many people as it could. Your launches are going to feel sticky. People aren't going to be jumping in, or things aren't going to be popping off because you're trying to fit something into a box. We have to trust our truth. We have to trust what we are here and meant to say before any of that starts to happen. So, what do we do instead of trying to niche to a specific person, right? And I hinted at it, but it's your unique selling point, right? This is what we're doing. We're doing the unique selling point. That is what we're known for. That's what we go, oh, when somebody thinks of our name, they're like, human design and messaging. When they think of me, that's what they think of, right? That's what I want to be known for. I want to be known for human design and messaging. Those two things, right? So I'm going to run through the unique selling points for each of the 5 types. And I do extensive training. Like, extensively in Magnetic Messaging Club, but I also have a report that's $37. I'm going to drop the links below for both, but it's a $37 report that's going to help you understand what's going on in your chart. What is your defined energy that you can use as a way to articulate your work, right? Okay, so manifestors, your vision. You're known for your vision. If you don't have a clear vision of like, this is what I believe we need to move towards. So vision for manifestors, and the thing that trips most manifestors up is that they don't feel like their vision is worthy enough, or they don't feel that their vision is accepted, right? And your vision's not going to necessarily be accepted by everyone. It's for certain people. So really understanding and specifically, what is your vision? Where are you taking people, right? That's what you're known for. Generators are known for their process. So yeah, your process can be specific to a person. You can niche it down to a specific person, but really you're known for your mastery. What are you really freaking good at? That's what you're known for, okay? Many gens are the blending of things, right? A little bit of the process as well, a little bit of the vision, like the manifestor energy and the generator energy, but really it's what are you bringing together? We are so good about jumping down rabbit holes and trying all these different things. And we're jumping down those rabbit holes to pull pieces together. I jumped down a rabbit hole of human design and went, ooh, that's a gold nugget. I jumped down a rabbit hole of messaging and copy and went, ooh, there's another nugget, right? There were lots of rabbit holes I jumped down that I was like, nope, nothing down here. And that's the point, right? You're jumping down these rabbit holes to find gold nuggets that you're going to bring together. It does take time. So the one thing that I see tripping up many gens is that they want it to be successful now, right? But you're not giving yourself time to figure out what are the things that you're bringing together. Have you found those passions that you're like, I can talk about these things forevermore. I could talk about human design forevermore. I could talk about messaging forevermore. I could learn and study both forevermore. But it took time. I mean, I'm 41 right now, almost 42. Like, it took time to figure out what these things were. And honestly, there were lots of other rabbit holes that I jumped down that I absolutely could talk forever about as well. But human design and messaging felt like there was something, and this is what I look for or help my clients find, is what is that thing that just like lands in your soul so deep that you're like, oh, that, right? Where you light up like you've never lit up before. Like it's like a Christmas tree turning on in the middle of the night. It's like fireworks going off, right? You don't have to be all like dancing and going crazy on the internet to be. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that it needs to light you up inside so much that you're like, this is it, right? That's what we're looking for. Projectors, you're known for your system, right? You are known for this way of solving a problem. And the way I like to describe it is the result or the transformations, the tabletop, and then you have like 3 legs. You have to know all 3 legs, but you're not going through them in any set way. You're going to bounce around from leg to leg, right? It's not an step 1, step 2, step 3. It's more like these are pillars and we have to understand all 3 and we're going to bounce around, right, in order to get the result. Then reflectors are known for their community and their wisdom, right? So they really need a space that feels safe, that they can share their wisdom, share anything that is coming through intuitively and feel surprised, and a place, honestly, that they can shift and go, oh, this is a piece that I want to share, and this is a piece that I want to share. So really thinking about how can you create a community that is like an umbrella where people are going to come in and like just absolutely adore everything that you say and want what you're doing, right? Because they feel seen and heard. Those are the unique selling points. And this is what I preach to my clients. It's not about the niche. It's about understanding what your unique selling point is and being able to articulate it down to a few words, right? and feeling like, yep, that's what I want to be known for. That's what I'm going all in on. And the last piece that I want to leave you with is communicating your unique selling point takes time. It takes time for your audience to catch up. It takes time for you to really refine. It's taken me years to really refine how I talk about my unique selling point, right? And we have to release and like let go of the fact that we're going to spend some time talking about this and not necessarily selling, right? We're going to take time to really explain and feel like this is the way I want to talk about it. We're going to write tons of content around it. We're going to like just go to town on explaining. I spent a year and a half talking about how these two things blend together and why it's so important. Yeah, I was selling stuff around that, right? But I still talk some about it, but I feel like a lot of the content out there, I'm just repurposing now because I spent a year and a half really refining how I talk about this, right? And how and why and all of those fun things. So don't feel like your unique selling point isn't right if it's not like popping things off in the first month or two or whatever, right? And honestly, once you really find your unique selling point, you don't care. You don't care that it's not popping off. You know that it will, right? You're not worried about, oh my gosh, is this right? No, I just know it is because it resonated deep within me and I don't care anymore. I know that this is my path. I know that this is what I'm here to say, right? It goes back to we're all here with a unique message. We're all here with a unique truth. And when you find it, when you land on it, it doesn't matter. It takes everything else away and you just show up as you because you don't, it like dissolves all of that resistance to what you desire in your messaging, right? So, I have some fun things that I've been mulling on. If you loved this episode, please like or subscribe, share it with your tribe and with your people. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And keep a watch out. I have 2 mini offers plus a mastermind percolating that will be released soon. The mini ones are on creating your unique selling point, another one on offer, and then the mastermind on really understanding your unique energy and how to use it in your messaging. So all really, really fun, exciting stuff. Keep a lookout. And with that, I hope you have a fabulous week and we'll see you next week.